apologize, guys. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was supposed to mute my fucking stream, not shut it the fuck off. People leave me alone. It wouldn't happen. Okay, anyway. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. Now my fucking live stream is ruined. Anyway, I spoke without thinking. How can I say something like that? It's really not your fault. She was kind of butting in and being stupid. Can you even hear me? Yeah, okay. Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. Yeah, you and me both. You're allowed to be angry. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Also, I think she's super jealous, just saying. How come whenever I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Okay, first off, I think you're overreacting just a bit. It was not that bad. Because nothing that you do is bad as it makes you seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. Exactly. We have emotions and we can't hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. It is said that we are like our own worst enemy because we're always thinking, oh, they're going to judge us for this. They're going to judge us for that. They're going to watch us fall. They're going to do this shit or that shit, and it's going to hurt me. And like, you're always overthinking because you care so much, but I guarantee you at the end of the day, everyone is thinking the same thing about themselves, and they are not at all worried about what you're doing. Your mind turns to a light shower into a hurricane. Huh. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? For what? For speaking up because she butted in and was being nosy? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yeah, friend. Yuri lifts her head. Yeah. I really like being friends with you. Oh. Thanks. I like being friends with you too. We're kind of on the same wavelength. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Let's go. I don't know why, again, we both had to do the walk to the water. We walked to the water and fill up the pitcher and return to the classroom. Oh, the music changed. Do you like oolong tea? To be completely honest with you, I don't think I've ever had oolong tea. Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. I did have this, my friend one time, she has like a bunch of different teas and she gave me like, I think it was like a dragon style tea. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like, had like purple like flowers in it. It was light, but it was pretty good. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle at 200. Are you trying to scold somebody? Now it's time to get the teapot. Oh, you do still have the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert at tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. You know you can show emotions. You're not a robot. You don't have to act like one. Just saying. I was doing a bit of thinking. Uh-oh. And I decided I want to express myself a little bit more. Aw, well, you go ahead and do that, girlie. You don't always have to be the quiet one with your nose in a book. Sorry, was my desktop my audio muted this whole time? I swear I didn't mute anything. I don't know what's going on. Has it been muted this entire time? I don't know what's going on, guys. It should not have been muted, but it's fixed now. I don't know why my stream ended when I went to my be right back screen. That should not have happened. I don't know why my desktop audio was muted now. Hey, I'm still new at this streaming thing. Give me a bit of a break. I guess we're gonna have, like Monarch says, she's having scruff. I guess I'm having scruff. Oh dear. If you're just coming in and you don't know what Doki Doki is, be aware that there was a warning at the beginning of the game that said this is not for people suffering with mental problems, and this is not for people that are easily disturbed. So if that is not your type of game, there was a warning at the beginning of the game for this, although it seems pretty cute so far. Although one of the characters is acting a bit shady, so that's probably going to turn on its head. This was in the horror category on Steam, so that might turn around to bite me just a little bit. So I decided I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. No, because we're human and we're supposed to have emotions. When it's you around, anyway. About that, I said just friends? I am not interested in you in that way whatsoever, and I never will be because I'm into guys, but you seem like a nice friend. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. It's very endearing. That's, well, I kind of worry about all the people I care about. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Yeah, I have another request, and that would be, do you mind if we sit on the floor today? You want to sit on the school floor? Do you know how many people walk through this? Okay. It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly and do my best to manage it. Oh, a chiropractor could help with that. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? You're always hunched over like that while reading, as I fix my posture because I'm hunched over reading. Oh dear. And you know, you can't sit back and read. You don't have to hunch over to read. The chairs have backs on them. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. You know, I never pay attention to my posture when reading. And like, I stay in the same spot for so long. I probably need to work on that. I'll go ahead and get the book. Retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolates as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Shiori's candy radar. I take it and it will go well with tea. Speaking of posture, I think I'm going to change the way I'm sitting because I'm not comfortable right now. Give me 1 second. Oh. I don't know about anybody else, but I usually curl up when I sit. And since this is a game where it's easy to do that, I'm going to do that now. Yuri and I then sit on the wall and teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Can we slow the roll? I'm not into girls. I know I'm playing as a guy, but this is not the game I expected it to be. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? That would be so annoying. Just gonna say. If you're trying to read and someone's up on you like that. That would be so weird. Is this part-time or the day of the what? Part-time or day of the night? The dance is playing around. Sorry, I was texting somebody back. Yuri was kind of always, but she's being less abrasive and more than I can handle. I don't think she's cute in that way. You're a teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Handling it with my, what? Holding it with my hands, that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it harder to focus. Because now I'm worried about making sure I don't actually... Why does it always like this in anime? It's not that hard. Meanwhile, Yuri noticed a single thing. I'm sure she hasn't. She purposely put herself in that position against the guy, so I'm not surprised. She wears an intense reading expression, I can only presume, as the world around her fades away. You know, I was reading one day, and what someone I know was like, a little intense, huh? And I looked at him, I'm like, I don't care, but you could spend all the time you like. Oh, thank you. But I was sitting there minding my own business reading, and she goes, little intense, and I'm like, wait, what? You're making such an intense face, and I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, you look like something intense is happening in the book. I'm like, I'm just reading. I was kind of in the world, and you pulled me out of it. So apparently I'm a lot like Yuri. I feel like I'm more like Yuri than the character I'm actually playing in the game. I used all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Chocolate? When the heck did I get chocolate? What did I miss? I don't remember chocolate. I remember Sayori throwing a cookie at Nazuki, or the other way around. Nazuki threw a cookie at Sayori, but I didn't get any chocolate. I like people taking a break. Okay. I mean, everybody deserves a break, I guess. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? I mean, I don't like to eat in front of people, so if you want a piece, take some. If I touch it, it might get oh, well, yeah, that's true. You don't want chocolate on your pages. I spilled tea on a book one time. I was so sad. I had just sat down and got comfortable, and I don't know what I did. I went to pick up the cup, and somehow I knocked it off my desk, right onto my lap, and right onto the book that was on my lap. I was like, no! Honestly, if you leave a book alone, like, set it to the side somewhere where it's not going to get messed with, and just let it alone. Leave it open, don't touch it. It will dry just fine. The more you mess with it when it's wet, the more you risk, like, shredding up the pages. Don't mess with a wet book. I was outside reading one day, and, it just started downpouring out of nowhere. Like, it went from nice to pouring. And I was like, welp, I'm soaked. My book's soaked. That went from nice to chaos in 2 seconds. So, it happens sometimes, but your books will be fine. As long as you don't handle them too much and let them dry. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Where did I get the... Whoa, hello. Where did I get the chocolate from? I don't remember any chocolate. I'm not paying any attention. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. Oh, he's gonna feed her. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation is completely natural. But, I mean, I can't... Oh, come on. What am I doing? I impassively place the chocolate into her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips open. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... She went on autopilot mode, I swear. You cannot eat and read at the same time. Your body will go on autoplane mode. And next thing you know, you're gonna be sitting there eating a whole bag of gummy worms that weren't yours when you only meant to take a couple pieces. I did replace the bag of gummy worms, but I am not allowed to eat and read anymore. Trust me. Not a good, not good. Yuri looks at me like she just confirmed what happened. Yeah, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. Something a friend would do. Yeah, right? I mean, not really that kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. This is so awkward. What the heck? I have a feeling Miss Monica is going to be a little bit on the jealous side if someone doesn't cool it just a little bit. I don't know why I turned British, but here we are. Sorry, I don't mean to offend any British people in the comments, but when I get nervous or overly smiley, it just kind of happens. Don't know why. I got called out so hard one time because one of my friends was like, "You speak British without realizing." I'm like, "No, I don't." So she started like pointing out every time a word that I said sounded British, and I'm like, "I hate you." Stop. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I take another chocolate. Oh my goodness, get a room! Why? How did it come to... Yeah, that's what I want to know. How did it come to this? Yuri doesn't have words for gas. I notice her chest rising and falling to a rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arms. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth and feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Whoa! Thanks for the interruption. That's the one time I'm going to be like, hi. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Oh yeah, I forgot about the poems again. I completely forgot about the poems. Can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yes. Thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. And haven't they only known each other 2 days? They're moving a bit fast here. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Where did the chocolates come from? Did I just skip over a whole section accidentally? Where did I get the chocolate? In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? How about Yuri, since she's supposed to be my best friend? Ooh, I like this one. It has a nice feeling in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Yeah, they have only known each other a day. There hasn't been a time skip or anything. Okay. Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Like, I would kind of like some criticism. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I mean, that's a good point, because aren't the meanings of poems supposed to be objective to not only the writer, but to the people reading them? And that's why everybody analyzes Shakespeare so hard? Like, I know he was a playwright and not a poem writer, but a poet? A poet, that's what it is. But it's the same thing. It makes me feel, yep, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Shouldn't you know? If you want to write something for me, that's so sweet. Yeah, right. Okay. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Yuri, what's her name? Not Yuri. Yeah, Yuri. Yuri is a people pleaser, and oh. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. That doesn't surprise me. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. There you go. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? You can do that in a poem. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, do you need to talk? I like happy the most. Is there something? Do you need to talk? Do you need a hug? I think my best friend's a little sad. But sometimes you have a little rain cloud in your head. A sad poem helps to give that rain cloud off. She seems like such a sweet person. Oh, poor Sayori. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. I mean, she is in a literature class. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks. I didn't do anything. We should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Bottles. I pop the top off my scalp? Like the lid off the... What the fuck? Okay. I pop the top off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine and all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. I empty my empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But I hear an echo, echo, echo inside my head. Oh, Sayori, do you need to talk? Are you okay? Are you giving too much of yourself to your friends and you don't think you have time for yourself? Like, you don't have to be happy all the time just to make other people happy. That's not safe. Are you okay? Why was that so deep? Did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. It seems a bit sad. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Do you need to talk? Do we need to have a talk? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Like, don't do that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. No, I think you and Sayori need to talk. Like, this seems like something that should be addressed. Somebody needs to say something. Somebody needs to give this girl a hug. Somebody needs to say it's okay to do something for herself and not give all of herself to others. Because holy shit, that did not sound like a very good poem. And usually poems are meant to express yourself. So I feel like that she's crying out for somebody to like give her a hand, but nobody's picking up on that. Somebody give this girl a fucking hand, like, please. Oh no, poor Yuri. She seems like such a sweet person. I don't like where this is heading. I'm probably thinking too hard about it, but like, ugh. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express. So she is really feeling like that. She's giving too much of herself away to her friends, and it's eating at her. She's too much of a people pleaser. Like, there's a difference between like being a people pleaser and being a nice person. You can be a nice person and make people happy without being a people pleaser. You know what I mean? Poor girl. Poor girl. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing is the best. Aw. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yuri's always had the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it yeah, you know, I kind of do the same thing, so I can't blame her. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes, it makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. How about Yuri? I think next time we go through the poem section, I'm gonna write one for Yuri. Because she seems like she could use something. Poor girl seems lonely. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Or do you hate it? What? This one might be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick this on the... honestly, I was just clicking words on a screen. Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of technique worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. That's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I thought Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeming someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Aw. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Wait, how long have you been in this club before I joined? Because I thought... Okay. Really, I don't believe it. Really, I only really write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. You don't really think that. Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? She doesn't have any, does she? Oh, I wonder why. Anyway. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay. Oh no, I forgot she writes in cursive. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for my guilty snack. My attention was caught by the settling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendency as a human? I'm just gonna skip that other word. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The raccoon initiates its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Oh, the moon. The very same light glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Perlin conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Why are all these poems so cryptic? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. Yeah, I can tell. I can see that. It's a lot more I don't think it's as metaphorical as we think. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Like what, creepy? Like you want to be creepy? Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's that different people can relate to it in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies, like feeding raccoons. A lot of people feed raccoons. I don't think that's too unusual. Those sort of things usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. I don't think feeding raccoons is embarrassing. And people make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that? I mean, I dance. I don't post myself dancing or anything because I don't think I'm that good at it. So I guess. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect others and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I haven't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. You know, that's a good point. Why is this game getting so deep? What am I playing? I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. I try. I do. Sometimes I zone out, but I try. You're good at a lot of it. You don't hardly know me. We met yesterday. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you. I think a lot of people are. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. I mean, it was just being nice. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Do I even want to read Monica's? Everybody else's has been so creepy so far. I'm so like, what the fuck? I like your last one better. Really? Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true. I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out, trying to find my style, you know. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying complicated language. Excuse me. Just make it simple and cute and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for this cryptic nonsense, but I can see right through this BS. Making your reader look too hard for all the deep meanings is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I don't think that's true. There's a lot of books that have deep meaning. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion, and I'm sure you figured that out already. Okay, that's a little bit far. Anyway, here's the poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Like, there's people that like spiders and people that like snakes. I don't. But I'm not going to hate them for liking them. Everybody has their own opinion and they're entitled to the opinion. And as long as they're not hurting anyone or hurting themselves, they are entitled to that opinion. And I'm not going to say any more about that. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was far too short. I thought you liked short, easy, and to the point. I was just warming up. I hope you don't think that's the best I can do. No, I didn't think that, but you were the one that specifically said you like short and to the point, so what changed? Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Now I think I got it. You hate spiders and you hate people that like them. I got it. And it helps to realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree to this, that the subject of the poem is an arrogant jerk. Yeah? Oh, so you're not writing about yourself. Okay. I misjudged. I apologize. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks my... that doesn't matter. Wait. It's about how everyone thinks your what is what. What? I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out that they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, everybody has their own hobbies, and if they're not hurting people or not hurting themselves, then they're entitled to that weird hobby. You may not like it and you may not agree, but hey, it's not your life. It's not your choice. Who cares what someone like as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Exactly! Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote something about that similar today. I was just gonna say that. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. And there's nothing wrong with that. Exactly, there's not. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Nizuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. I mean, yeah. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure. How did she make you feel insecure yesterday? Because she was telling you that your writing was cute? But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I guess so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. And you know, you kinda did make fun of her writing too, so you can't really act like you were all high and mighty in the situation yesterday. Nasuki, I'll do my best after all. I didn't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think and not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Oh, hi Monica. Sorry I picked you last. Hi again. How's the poem writing going? You know, it's only my second day, and I still feel like I was just playing a Mad Libs, but it's fine. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're implying yourself. Maybe if you would come up with a masterpiece. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. Although, if we're a literature club, why are we not reading more than we're writing poems? Because literature is about books. I guess it counts as writing books too, but all we've done is write poems. Are we gonna actually get together and like read a book or something? You never know. I want to share what you wrote today. Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're only getting more comfortable with your style. But the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Maybe just a tidbit? Just a tad? I can't deny she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. Romantic? I don't think there was no romanticism in her poems, I would say. Did you read them? She's more talking about herself. She's a totally different person when she picks up a pen. Yeah, I noticed that too, to be honest. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. We'll just ask her what she's interested in, and she'll probably talk your ear off. It's not that hard. You just have to find something we're interested in, and then we can go for hours, let me tell you, I swear. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. Hi guys! Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. But still, you must be pretty, not really, we're just good friends. I mean, she has a lot of the same opinions about the books that she reads that I have about the books that I read. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure you've already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. I know. I was just saying. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I'm not sure I do. All of these poems have been kind of creepy. Can I just say no? No, thank you. I like the way this one turned out, and I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, creating waveforms, speaking, screeching, piercing. Shine, cousin, and tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. So you mean this poem was meaningless? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. I never said that. It's just kind of... I've never really seen before. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words totally changes the mood of the poem, does it? It's almost like magic. The way I write in lines short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract or as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, hold up. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, no, 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 no. Why? What happened? I didn't mean to save it twice, but why did she say that? Why did she say that? How do I go back? How do I go? Can I go back? How do I go back? Escape. Why did you? How do you know you're in the game? What? No, 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 nope. How do you know you're in a game? You never know when you might change your mind or something unexpected, like you saying you're in a game. You just broke the fourth wall, and you're talking about noise and all the colors. Do you know you're in a game? What the fuck? Are you fucking with the other students? Because everybody else seems hella what is happening? Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking? Like, okay, you're just gonna play that off like nothing happened? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. What the fuck just happened? I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Why do you know you're in a game? What the fuck was that? We're done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if I could sit in front... No, thank you. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. We don't really have something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working hard on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out to him. So why did you tell Sayori, and you knew, but you didn't tell the rest of the club members? That seems very unpresident-like of you. You should let everybody know if you're going to participate in a school event, not just a couple of you. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. Clearly not, because we're all confused. And I'm still freaked out that you told me to save my game. I have a feeling that was actually talking to me. Why the fuck do you know you're in a game? Oh, this is gonna go downhill fast, isn't it? The creepy poems where Sayori sounds like she really needs a fucking hug. The whole thing with the knife and the blood from Yuri. Sayori's Natsuki's much longer poem, and her telling me was that foreshadowing? Am I in for it? What is happening? Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we are also going to let someone else come up and recite the poems too. Sayori is putting all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, you just didn't give us any prep time. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. I can't focus. I'm like, why the fuck did you say I'm in a game? How do you know you're in a game? Why did you tell me to save my game? What the fuck? Like, okay, this just got hella creepy. Like, she just told me to save my game. How does she even know she's in a game? I don't like Monica. She's creeping me out. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite poems out loud in front of a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. Gee, you think just a little bit? You could have given them more than a couple of days heads up. You're the club member for a reason. If you have an event going on, you're supposed to tell all your club members, not just the vice president and yourself. I think you're trying to sabotage them. I'm so sorry. Sure you are. You're the only one so far that seems to know that you're in a game, and I don't like that. I don't like it. This got really weird all of a sudden, and all their poems are getting really creepy, but I still think we're gonna give it our best. We're the ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. I mean, that's true. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And all those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know I do. I know we all do. Okay, hold up. Do not speak for everyone. I mean, I love talking about books, and I would be happy as hell if I could get other people into reading books. The mistake that people make that aren't readers is they just read the words. That's all they do. And you're not going to get anything out of reading if all you do is read the words. Turn the words into a movie in your head. Picture everything that's happening. Like, I heard it described once that reading a book is basically staring at a dead tree while hallucinating, and I mean, they're not wrong when they say that, but yeah. She's speaking for everyone. She's putting everyone in this event. She knows she's in a game because she told me to save my game frequently. Everybody's poems turned creepy this day. I don't trust Monica. I don't trust Monica. Can we throw her out the window? I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't know. No, thank you. I want to throw her out the window right now before things get too weird because she's already breaking the fourth wall. I don't know why that has my skin crawling, but it does. If it takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Hazuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Why? I don't agree. I don't consent. I don't want to do this. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. At least we can do is help her out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Mizuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I have to get it over with. Alright! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of the club, how do you expect to recite it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Conveniently, I had to actually clear my throat there, so that worked. Monica begins reading her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. I can guarantee you mine is not going to be. She knows exactly how to imply emotions behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes her breath and smiles. I don't know why, but I was expecting there to be like voice acting there and she was actually reading out the poem. I don't know why I expected that, but I did. I completely lost where I was, sorry. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Huh? What fired you up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. You got this. It's called Affirmage of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and gives Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applauded, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay! I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops off her chair and carefully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. That's a pretty name, actually. I like that name. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, what are you doing? It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. That's good advice, honestly. I mean, I know people say picture people in their underwear, but I usually picture that I'm alone in like my own room. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Mia liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with the kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. I don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Mia. Why am I always turning? It's not like I compare you guys anyway. Might as well let Mia lower everyone's standards a little before I do have to do it. Hey, wow, thanks. What was that blow for? Yandere Simulator is another game that you could play just to sit yourself. I've heard of that one. I'm not sure. Yandere means like a psycho girl, doesn't it? Like a girl who acts nice and is totally psycho. That sounds like it could be dangerous. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with the one I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. I didn't mean to read that before I even saw it, but that just sounded like something she would say with her little attitude that she's nursing. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're supposed to be presenting a poem. Anyway, it's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, and it's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel more prepared to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want on other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. Wait, shouldn't your friends be more supportive of you than a bunch of strangers? Like, I get it. It's easier to perform your hobbies in front of people you're never gonna see again because you don't care what they think. I guess that's what she means. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, and so I'll let you know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. You know, the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really well so far, and I would like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Oh, so you're not giving us, like... You did give us a heads up, just not as big of a heads up as you gave Yuri. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Yuri and Monica, but I'll try my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Why the fuck do you care about impressing her? Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Yuri? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Aw, jeez, guys, we're just friends. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Mia, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already, please. I walk home with Yuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Yuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Yuri. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Yuri fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? Wait, where did that come from? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here, you know. I don't know Yuri all that well. I mean, I guess I'd walk home with you, because we live close together and you're my best friend, and... You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But... She's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I've already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Yuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird that Yuri is spacing out so much. I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I feel so bad for Yuri. I feel like she needs like a hug and a conversation and someone to talk to. Like, I feel like she's a people pleaser that gives way too much of herself to others, and it's hurting her because she feels like, because she wants everyone to be happy, that she can't talk about herself and how she feels, and that's what her poem was about. Like, I know they gave the hint that not all poems have to mean something, but her poem definitely meant something, and I feel like Yuri could use an ear and a friend to talk to and not feel like she has to save their feelings, because friends should talk to each other. And I know where Yuri's coming from, because I try so hard. I don't like hurting people and I don't want to be a burden to other people, so I'm like, I'm gonna be the best friend I possibly can, and I'm gonna try my best, and I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But then I'm also realizing there has to be a balance there. I can't just put other people ahead of myself all the time, because sometimes you as a person have to come first, and sometimes I as a person have to put myself first. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not an evil person when you put your foot down and say, no, I need to take a step back for myself. Or I need to say this for myself. Because it's not good to keep everything bottled up for yourself, and I feel like that's what Yuri is doing. And this game goes a lot deeper into everything than I thought it would. I thought this was going to be a fun, cute little game. But now Monica's got me creeped out, because for some reason she knows that I have a game to save, and she knows she's in a game. So, no. But that being said, I think I'm going to end it here. So I'm going to save my game. Since I accidentally saved it in that spot, I'll save over this one, since it's already saved in two different places. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!